Hello, I have like a little fuzzball. I like it. It's soft. Do you hear that? Sorry. It's soft. It's like a little chinchilla. Do you know what chinchilla is? You're like freaking Dora with this little dancing fruit. And do you know what chinchilla is? Can you say chinchilla? Okay, so you're looking to get some tattoos. Whether you have some already or whether you're looking to get more, if you feel like it's been a while, here's some advice. Because I recently got one 2 days ago. So let's do it. Hello again. My name is Flex. I got an addition to my already existing tattoos, if you can't tell. This little band right here that goes all the way around, I got this right out of high school. And then up here it was a little bit more recent. This is the Guam seal. This is on our Guam flag. The one in between, the middle child of my tattoos. So this is the firstborn. This is the latest. Well, before this one. Gosh, stop rambling. Then also have one on the back of my neck. If you can see it, it goes low enough. They're all tribal and they all have meanings and the culture that I'm a part of. So depending on your culture, which by the way, I'm sick, if you couldn't tell. Enough about talking about my tattoos, at least for now. We'll put a little pin in it. I want to talk about one of the worst things you could do when getting a tattoo, and that is going sick. I'm still getting over it. But I started feeling a little bit sick approaching my appointment time on Friday. Where I work, I normally deal with sick people. And I felt something weird coming up and I tried denying it. And then me and my wife did everything in our power to fight against it. Friday comes and I'm just denying it, but deep down, I knew I was getting sick. Anyways, in the appointment, a few hours in, I go into shock. So I'm just like, and then every time the artist is trying to do his thing, I could feel my arm like trembling. And then when he starts poking, I'd lock in. I'd lock so hard in. I would like squint my eyes, clench my left hand in my pocket so hard, and then do a little deep breath and breathe out like Zenitsu from Demon Slayer. Oh man, it hurt so bad. My arm would go like, and then as he was about to go hit me again, I go, zzz, on top of me being sick and then added trauma to my arm. And this is like arguably the biggest piece in one session. It was a lot of trauma to the body. And then the next day I like have freaking sweats. I had a freaking fever, dude. I had 102 fever. It was just a really horrible combo. And then people thought I was faking it or thinking I was being a wuss until I had that fever. And people were like, oh dang, yeah, you're actually pretty sick. And now I got freaking cold sores today on my lips. For those that get these viral cold sores, you understand how it is. People don't get it. They just think, ew, herpes, you must be like kissing like cockroaches and frogs and stuff. No, dude, once you get it, it's in your system. It sucks. I don't want to go into it. You guys suck if you don't understand. If you do get it, you understand the pain. But one thing I could always recommend, and I'm sure you've seen it from other tattoo tips and what to do before your tattoo, bring tons of food, tons of liquid, tons of water, some candy. You don't want your blood sugar being super low and stuff like that so you don't pass out. Me, I was hoping I would pass out, so I just had to ignore the pain, but I didn't pass out. Not like intentionally, but you know, I'm just chilling. The tattoo place was in LA. Good thing I brought my wife because I wasn't gonna bring her because I want to be a big boy. I want to be super tough and do myself. I just didn't want to drive to LA by myself. I thought it sucks. Until we were driving and then I thought we saw the HOV lanes and we're like, oh my gosh, carpool. If my wife wasn't here, I would have to sit in that and be stuck in late for the appointment, which is another tip. Don't be late to your appointments. Always be early. I was 30 minutes early, go to the shop, doors locked. I text where that artist is and he says, oh, sorry bro, I'll be there an hour late. I'm already commuting from San Diego. I wish I knew this earlier so I didn't have to rush, but that's okay, that's okay. It's all good, because then me and my wife had time to go get food. We had time to settle, time for me to get more nutrients in my body. Then by nutrients, some crappy fried chicken food in Koreatown. Off to the tattoo session we go. The session was about 10 hours long to do all the hoopla here. Looks really good. I love how dark he does the lines. And then he just took it and ran with it. Really appreciate it. I think he did a good job. But yeah, if I were to redo things, I probably wouldn't go sick. But the problem was, and why I did go in, even though I was sick, was my artist is based in Washington and I'm in San Diego. And he was already with his mentor in LA, and I was like, you know what, I can commute 2 hours. It's better than flying all the way to Washington. I didn't want to reschedule because his last day was Friday, my appointment time. Even though he had my deposit, he's still gonna be missing out on like a ton more money, the rest of the appointment costs for this piece. So like I really didn't want him to like waste a day not getting paid, pretty much. So I was like, you know what, I just gotta lock in and suck it up and get this done. And I did. I'm glad I did. He said I did pretty good. My wife was there. She said that I looked like I was chilling like the whole time. And I was like, in my head, I was freaking out almost the entire time. And she said, no, like you look like you're chilling because you're just laying there. Like, if you can help it and you can reschedule, if you're feeling a little sick, dude, just reschedule, because your body's going to go through so much trauma. It might make things worse. Like I was already sick. Maybe my fever and all my symptoms wouldn't have been nearly as bad if I didn't get a tattoo. I probably could have overcame the sickness a lot quicker. That's like my one major tip, because I'm sure other videos have way more tips. I'm sure you've watched many of them. I just wanted to give my sense because I never heard this tip, but don't go sick. I'm sure artists would understand. I'm pretty sure they don't want to tattoo someone that's the whole time, you know? I wish I recorded myself, because there's a point where I had to go use the bathroom during one of our breaks, and then as I walk into the bathroom, I just like start blasting the hot water because my whole body was just super cold. I had to wear a tank top, of course, so he could work on me. So I had like half my sleeve of my jacket on, and I was just still trembling. Every time he like touched me, you could see the chills. So I'm sure that was hard to work with too. But when I went to the bathroom, I was just like trembling, dude. I had to go down, and then I was just like trembling nonstop. It was crazy. I never want to experience that again, and I hope you guys won't ever experience that. So I'm just saying, this is what can happen if you are sick and you go get a tattoo anyways. Just be aware. I'll be the one that went through it for you. Hopefully this video is quick. I don't want it to be too rambly. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully, who knows? Pray for me. Hopefully I get better. Already feeling better, so. Yay.